In this episode of the Trahern Crews Show, we take a look at First Repair's National Reparations Symposium.
Establishing and seating a reparations commission. The state of Illinois expanding its reparations commission. Commissioners are here in this room. The state of California, leaders here today, passing various redress proposals and funding that work. More work to come. And Evanston, Illinois. Yes. Evanston, Illinois, continuing to disperse reparations. And you all have seen the headlines. Yes, we have been attacked, like all of us will probably be attacked.
That's right. But
my proud heart for my city is we have not wavered. Our city government, our city attorneys, our city council. Last year, I was able to report that the city of Evanston had dispersed around $2 million in direct benefits for reparations in Evanston, and today it's just under $6 million that has been dispersed. People impacted by the legacies of slavery in Evanston. In addition to that, our interfaith community, who was able to go to the interfaith session earlier? Our interfaith community is showing up, a model ally. Our interfaith community has raised exceeding $1 million. $1 million. They didn't have to do it. They're not legislators. They did it because it was righteous, it was justice. And that commitment continues. It's important to note that that giving goes directly to a Black-led organization, the Reparations Stakeholder Authority of Evanston, that forever will be Black-led. They are trusting Black leaders to do the work to repair ourselves without any interruption or direction. That's what reparations is.
All right, where are you from?
Detroit, Michigan. Home of the Detroit Lions.
Can you tell us a little bit about the reparations work you guys are doing in Detroit?
Well, we had a task force going, and when the ballot initiative was passed, and we were supposed to make recommendations on economic development and housing, and gave us to October 25th to get it done this year. So we extended it to March. It will get done.
Indeed. What are some of the areas you guys are focused on?
Two things. Everybody else want to go down the different Mississippi River and all that. Two things. Housing and economic development.
No doubt. If
they focus on that.
If people want to learn more about the initiative, where can they go? Or if somebody wants you to come and speak, how can they get a hold of you?
They can call me at, my number is 313-215-4121. And my email is Keith, K-I-T-H, Dwayne, EUANE 1956 at yahoo.com.
So there was a sense in the U.S., and we believe that the Congressional Black Caucus, that maybe we could seize upon this event in order to bolster the U.S. reparations movement. And we did, having a relationship. Justice Rebecca's, we had handful of leading lawyers. We had a major town hall meeting at Chicago State University, thousands of people here. And as things began to develop, it became clear that it would be important to create a parallel structure in the U.S. To what was happening in Carolina. And so in 2015, in one of the great moments that I'm very proud of, we convened a national, international summit on reparations in New York City, and people came from over 22 nations from all over the world. And at that conference, it was the introduction of the National African American Reparations Commission. It was a very powerful conversation between the two commissions, and then we began to launch to do our work. And there are people in this room who were witnesses to that. So that began really a process by which NARC first and foremost began the work of building a 10-point reparations program. Because again, we're working in parallel with the Faircom Reparations Commission, and we're very proud of that document. And we wanted it to be a reference point and a guide for the reparations movement. And we assembled what we call a series of scholars, activists, organizers, faith leaders, labor leaders, to be an authoritative voice, because we knew there would be confusion why we created the 10-point program. But in addition to that, we moved on to also embrace the idea.
All of that was a continuation of Black chattel slavery. And so we are still fighting them today in court. The Cherokee Nation has, by court order, when they kicked us all out of the tribe, all the Black folks in 79, but the Cherokees have let their Black folks back into the tribe by court order. So they have equal rights as the tribes. They get to vote in sovereign land. So it's a powerful thing that's going on right in Oklahoma, especially in Tulsa, because we have so many Black Cherokees now. So it's a whole now a different political scene. But as we're talking about reparations, I always tell people in Oklahoma, our conversation is broader because we're talking about national reparations, we're talking about reparations from the 1920 Tulsa Race Massacre, and we're talking about reparations from the tribes. So it is a different history. So when you think about Black history, while the Reconstruction era was going on, right in Indian territory, because before 1907 it was Indian territory, Black folks had it going on. They had it going on. So we were building, but there's a lot of stuff that's not been documented in that history. So that's why we have to tell more of it, and we have to start creating spaces to do Black History Saturdays, not just my community, but in other communities. And that has to be a part, it has to go simultaneously with reparations. And we have to be the ones to do it. We can't have the people that's trying to take and teach our kids. We gotta be the ones to do it, and not just kids, but adults. I have more adults in Black History Saturdays than I have kids. I talked to this young lady up here in Kansas City who's doing that work, and I just wanna say thank you for also doing that work. This is her third year as well, teaching Black history to her community. And we need y'all support more too, because nobody wants to fund us. Nobody wants to fund us. So we have to do it ourselves. And so I just wanted to put that out there. Sorry for taking up so much time.
My name is Monday, and I am the Health Equity Commissioner for the Beyond Apology Commission. The Beyond Apology Commission was a report and a community engagement, and the report stemmed from the community engagement of what the citizens of Tulsa said needed to be done to repair the harm of the 1921 race massacre. After that was done, the current mayor, the previous mayor, he enacted an executive order to establish the Beyond Apology Commission, which was a recommendation from the report that came from the community's input. And so now here we go.
How many people are on the commission?
I believe we have 13 people on our commission. 13 people.
What is the goal, or what's the goal of the commission?
The goal of the commission is to repair the harm, the systems and the structures and the institutions that have been inflicted in the Tulsa community.
Right.
So the North Tulsa community, the survivors, the descendants of the harm of the 1921 race massacre, it's our goal to repair the harm.
If people want to get in touch with you or want to learn more, is there a website or a number they can go to?
At the moment, we are a newly established commission, so we don't have a website. Now, myself, my name is Demaria Monday, and I am the executive director of Block Builders. And Block Builders, what we do is we build hope block by block, where hope is healing our post-traumatic experience. You can find us on the website at blockbuilders.org, and that's Block Builders with Z.
Oh, thank you. Tell us who you are.
Hi, my name is Bobby Alexander. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I am a board member of the Denver Black Reparations
Could you tell us what the goal is or the work that you guys are doing?
So what the Denver Black Reparations Council does is we have a sister agency called Reparations Circle Denver, and it's comprised of white people who raise funds. They give them to us, the Denver Black Reparations Council, and we disperse the funds into the community to Black-led, Black-serving organizations that are repairing the community. And so we do that through grants. And so we have about one grant cycle a year. Each agency or organization that we disperse funds to gets approximately $7,500 on average. And I want to say the last grant cycle that we just did, we awarded funds to 14 organizations.
Wow. If people want to get in touch with you and learn more, how can you, their website or number that they can reach out to?
Yes, so they can visit denverblackreparationscouncil.org.
Thank you.
In 2024, Mayor Brandon Johnson signed executive order creating a Black Reparations Task Force, issued an apology for Chicago's involvement in slavery. And I'm not going to go through all the details of each group, but we'll be here all day, so I'm going to kind of put the highlights here. One thing I will say is you can see a lot of acknowledgments for each region. Thanks to First Repair and Robert Simmons, that they've been busy helping everybody out. So we'd like to thank them. All right, Denver Black Reparations Council. Just a few highlights here. Major contributions, they supported SB 24053, which is Justice for Black Coloradans, legislation to study the harms of Black people throughout Colorado and form a commission. They have the grant impact that they have. They are basically a mechanism to fund different organizations. They have 14 new grants totaling $429,000 to 45 organizations that are doing various efforts for the cause for African Americans in reparations. They also have another group that's associated with them that actually does the fundraising for them, Reparations Circle Denver. They raise funding and provide those, that $429,000 that I spoke of. They also provide $100,000 for Justice for Black Colorados and racial equity study as well. They continue to raise funds for various grant cycles, and they continue to fund the Denver Reparations Council. And I asked everyone to send us some pictures so we can see some visuals of some of the efforts and things that are going on in each place, and send acknowledgement as well. Wichita, Kansas, my lovely ladies in Wichita, Mary Dean and Aziz and Prophet. So glad that I've been able to work with them. They are making headway in Wichita, and we got to give them all kinds of kudos.
Are showing they released a report on the financial value of the labor extracted from 70 distinct ancestors that range in the area of $361 million to $71 billion, and they got assistance with that from Dr. Dean Malvo and Thomas Kramer. They had a historic St. Louis University Student in Action. Their acknowledgement, of course, First Repair, Aretha Martin, Claire McFarland, and others. Trahern, the St. Paul Commission, Kansas City. We're doing phenomenal work. Reparations is on the move, you all. You didn't know. So you see here on the far left, or the far my right, advocate. That's what we started with. You see here in 2022, that's myself, one of our community healers, and Bob Ricky. We were advocating for the reparations ordinance that ended up being passed in May of 2023. But here you see we had a reparations forum where Bob Ricky, Robin, Councilwoman Melissa Robinson, she was very instrumental in helping us get not only the ordinance passed for the commission, but also we got a resolution passed in support of HR 40. That was our first action. And so all of that culminated to a win. So, you know, we have our commission seated. It's a 13-member commission. Our chair is here, Terry. Bob Mickey's here. Kevin Wilmore from our coalition. Our highlights, we got that resolution passed. We got our commission seated. Our commission is funded. reparations to the members of the American descendants of chattel slavery. So that's ADOPS community established to the well-being of ADOPS community. The commission will deliver acknowledgement with action through resolution, rehabilitation, compensation, guarantee of non-repetition, and satisfaction in the pursuit of economic justice. The commission will need to think of this in terms of social, political, and economic systems which create disparities in generational wealth. So, great work on identifying eligibility, because we still need to do that in Kansas City, and I'm sure a lot of us still need to do that. So here explains their powers and duties of the commission that they have. This is a picture of their commission that was seated in March 2024. So I know there's representatives here, Trey and Ms. Veronica.
Yep.
And then St. Louis, Missouri, they completed their harms reports, which is very exciting. So their commission was established in December of 2022. They released their report in October of this year, and their recommendations are divided into two categories: restitution and policy oriented. And that's a picture of that. And I know Alicia was here. I don't know if she's still here, but I'm just very inspired.
Our faith don't give up the fight. We will not